sister, now we're living together. Roommates in law.
Whoa!
Yeah,
Tom?
I got a bass on me, dude.
What the fuck was that?
Yeah, don't ever think I'm going high again. I'm going low every time now.
Here's the thing. I did fully anticipate. I was like, I think we're going to harmonize perfectly with the note I'm going to hit.
Yeah.
And then guess what? Your boy went low.
I said, see you in the basement, dude.
Damn.
Here's
what's great about our friendship is I think I have it clocked, and then boom, Tom hits a baritone.
Yeah. Well, we are good friends, but we're not.
There's a few things that we're not, though.
And it's brothers-in-law.
It's brothers-in-law,
and
that's
or
kind of it.
Roommates.
And we're roommates. We are decent. I would say you're a top 5 friend of mine.
Yeah, you might have moved to 6 tonight,
Tom.
But here's the
6?
thing: it was originally I take blame for the original issue that we had this week, because just a little behind the scenes for our listeners, we're recording at 12:30 Central Standard Time, and the pod is supposed to come out 32 minutes ago, and we're just a little behind this week. All right, and it is because I'm staying at my parents' house. And yesterday we tried to record, and everyone's on little Zoom calls all over the house, and the connection sucked. And you guys, we just called it because it wouldn't have been a good product for you.
It was too much. We were both just fully hitting the.
No, you go. It was bad.
It was embarrassing, honestly. And here's the heartbreaking part: is I hit a couple of really top tier riffs, and I got nothing back from you. And I thought, surely the internet's down.
Wait, I think your internet is bad.
No, don't even try that shit, Tom. Don't even fucking try
We're
that shit.
We're having a little bit of
right
fun.
Now.
We just lost 30 listeners right now, right there. Everyone's like, God, this again?
I'm
I think you
right
did
in front
have
of Trump Tower, dude.
Oh yeah, you are. Yeah, you're in Chicago. How is it? How's the Windy City?
Tom, here's the thing about the Windy City. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say it with a full heart and a straight face.
Yeah,
it's the best city in the world.
It's really hard to beat.
Look how full my heart is.
And you were in Duluth last week.
I was in Brainerd last week, Tom.
I mean, you saw Brainerd, Minnesota, and Chicago still takes the cake, huh?
Dude, I was in Brainerd last week with my good friend you and my good friend Jeeve, and then Winkies and
Winky Dinkies.
The Dinkster. I had to come back and watch Fargo.
Yeah, which is
classic.
Almost none of the movie takes place in Fargo, and it drives me crazy.
It's all in Brainerd. I couldn't. Every time I said Brainerd, I was like, "Oh yeah, dude."
Yeah, I was just there.
Like we're like right on the same page. This rips.
Are you? Will you stand by my statement though that people don't talk like that?
They do not, and I was bummed.
Yeah, because
like Fargo, it's kind of. It's not even.
It's fake.
Not even close.
No, they're always like, oh, sure. Yeah, he's up there in Brainerd. And it's like, there's a little bit of that, but it's not. They made Minnesotans sound like real dumbasses in that movie.
Well, see, so this is what I can. Okay, so now we're off on something here because I appreciate this because anytime there's anything done in Louisiana,
yeah,
it is the most swamp chicken, fucking absolute, the dumbest, lowest level. And it's like, well, most of the state is not that. There are portions there, and don't get me wrong here, Tom. Yeah. I feel like you might be getting me wrong here.
I'm gonna try not to get you wrong,
and I don't want you to. Most of the state is not that.
No.
However, you will take a wrong left turn, and you'll be like, "Damn, there's just like a lot of woods here and a lot of trailers." And then, oops-a-daisies, you're getting raped by about 9 men who collectively have 3 teeth between them.
So what you're saying, you're sounding a lot like a couple bad apples people.
It's bad apples ruin the entire batch. Tom.
Wow. Yeah. You bet you're an all lives matter kind of guy.
They kind of fucking do, dude.
You're sitting right in front of Trump Tower.
Hey, I'm trying to broadcast my boy.
A couple
right
bad ones in there, okay? Don't defund them.
Hey, well, that's a joke. I don't think all lives matter. No lives matter. We all deserve to die.
Yeah.
There's not one
That's
person
what
on
a
this
year-
earth that's worthwhile.
A year in New York, it'll change you from like it doesn't matter what you were beforehand, whether you were Black Lives Matter, Blue Lives Matter, All Lives Matter. 1 year in New York, 1 year in the Bushwick, and
You
you're like,
deserve to be
guess
dead.
what? No lives matter.
I wish you were dead. I hope your whole family dies. It's
Oh,
not cute.
God.
Sorry. Tom.
Well, so then, anyways, while I was mad at Tim, which I'm not actually, because let's be honest, I would have been awake anyways. But we were like, all right, we got to do it. We got to do the pod today now, meaning it's Wednesday. And Tim was traveling. So he's like, oh, I'll just scoot over to Chicago. I'll go to a little dinner at our favorite restaurant. And it's a couple's dinner with people I haven't seen in a while. I'll just scoot over to dinner real quick. I'll be back by 11. We'll do the pod then. You're only an hour and a half late, and I'm not even saying that sarcastically because I thought it wasn't going to happen at all.
Tom, an hour and a half late is a heroic effort.
It's like I know what you fought through to get here.
Tom, an hour and a half late, and look at the shape I'm in.
Yeah, I mean, you're great. You're right in the pocket.
I'm right on the money. We're having a full conversation. I should not be alive right now.
It was I was like, this is big. Well, especially because at 10:50, I'm like, how we looking? We still on for 11? Text goes green. And I'm like, well, Tim is
That's
dead.
not good. Tim fell apart. Tim's in a ditch somewhere.
I was like, I had several thoughts, and I was just kind of being like, all right, let's just set the expectation at Tim decided he didn't want to do the pod, but didn't know how to deal with it. So he put his phone on airplane mode and isn't going to respond to my texts. And that's
then I'm going to
fine.
wake up tomorrow and go, oh
shit. Was that tonight?
Tom, pull that move.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Oh, shit.
Yeah,
It's
with
Thursday.
the time zone, I actually got the days mixed up because I went from Eastern to Central.
No, because here's the thing: is I got confused because we've only done 92 of these, and I didn't know that it came out on Thursday.
I thought we had a whole extra day, and that's fair. Honestly, that would have worked.
Dude, I'm talking. So we're at dinner with some classics. You know, a couple of Chicago real classics.
Yeah,
and the girlfriend's going, well, wait, why does it matter if it's Thursday? And I was like, well, we put them out every Thursday, like every Thursday morning. And she's like, yeah, but you could just like do it on like Friday or a Saturday. And I was like, well, no, it's so the thing is like they come out every Thursday. And it was not getting through the force field of like, why don't we just keep drinking tequila?
Right. Yeah, and that is a hard argument in Chicago on a Wednesday. I will say this, though. Did you throw back that every Thursday, if it doesn't come out on time, literally thousands of cars drive off the road because people don't know how to go about their morning without Tim and Tom talking about a guy that pissed them off in a bodega last week.
It's a phenomenon that a lot of people aren't familiar with. People experience it, but they don't know. It's a real like, people understand the what, but they don't understand the why. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yes.
Like everyone knows that like every Thursday, or not every Thursday, but like maybe every 14 Thursdays, 4,800 people careen off of a cliff or drive right into a telephone pole.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't like that there's a few people that are starting to pick up on the fact that it is because, you know, maybe Tom fell asleep while it was uploading. Or Tom got too drunk while it was uploading, or so Tom did something while it was uploading, and now they're trying to press charges and say that these people's deaths were our fault.
It's your fault, and it's like no, it's not my fault. These people need to have something else to grasp onto.
Yeah,
but it's the what instead of the why. People are starting to hang on to. Oh shit, roommates-in-law didn't come out on time.
Yeah,
and people are willing to end their own lives because they didn't hear how Go Bananas went.
There's a detective pacing around his office, and he's like, I didn't hear how Tim's fucking feature set went at Go Bananas, and that's the reason why.
Hey, did they go bananas or not?
Dude, this is so funny. Tonight, when this comes out, I'm playing Teehee's Comedy Club in Des Moines, and I promoted it on my Instagram story yesterday. And I should have just said Des Moines because so many
Can't
people
say
just
Teehee's.
responded like, "But why is it called Teehee's?" Or like, "Is that a joke?" And it's like, this is a real thing. I had to ask my parents to borrow a car so I could drive to Teehee's.
To go Teehee's. They have to change this name. It is embarrassing, and it really cuts the legs out of what we're trying to do.
It's not just them though. Every comedy club, like there's every sort of pun on laughing or synonym of laughing. There's a comedy club named after it.
I know, but like, Comedy on State, good name. Zany's, good name. The Laugh Factory, it's not my favorite.
It's like,
but it's not humiliating.
The Giggle Store.
Teehee's is uniquely embarrassing.
Because it's not like a big laugh.
Like, what if you're exhausted and I just got what you said.
Well, it's not. It's not like big laughs. It's like slight giggle.
It's not a big laugh. It's just kind of it's like the Chuckle Hut. It's it's the same thing. It's like muffled murmur. And you're like, oh, nice.
Yeah. Sparse clapping. Hey, I'm doing an hour at sparse clapping later.
No, I'm doing a whole weekend. Like, no, they got it. They just didn't like it that much.
Come on out to they got it. They just didn't like it that much this weekend. Oh my God.
But I mean, there are good, respectable names for comedy clubs, and then there's on the other side, Teehees. Like, what if you've been on the road for a while and you're like, your wife's pissed at you, and your kid's having a tough time in school, and like there's a parent teacher meeting, and you're like, I just can't get there because I gotta hit Teehees this weekend. Like your wife is divorcing you after saying that sentence.
To be fair, well, yes, that's true. I do. Teehees. You do have to say it like that every third time too. So it's if you time it wrong and that's the third time that you're saying it and it's in the argument with your wife, that is a divorce.
That's a tough one.
Right at you.
That's a really tough one. Where the fuck are you gonna be? Your son has his graduate, babe.
I would do anything I could do to get there.
If I didn't have to be a Teehees, I would love to support my child.
The high one's coming too, so you kind of like take the deep breath. You're like, I have to be at. Oh fuck. Teehees. Yeah,
Jeez.
it's gonna be
because it's not Hee-Hees.
No, it's not
Hee-Hees
full
is a
Michael
different
Jackson.
thing.
No,
it's not. Hee-Hees is a different thing. Teehees is uniquely childish and embarrassing.
Well, we're talking like neither of us wants to play there again. At this I would
No, I'd love to do a weekend.
I would love to do a full weekend. Yeah, actually.
Great club run by great people. I'd love to do it. Please don't listen to any of the riffs I said in the past 20 minutes.
I'm naming this Teehees. We're so fucked.
Oh my God. Tom, I mean, Chicago just. So Lizzie's with me.
Yeah.
Brought back the sweet woman with me. She hasn't been back since we moved.
You can't do that. You can't remind her what
I know.
What you made her leave.
And we went to our neighborhood steakhouse. We went to fucking Tango Sir, the best place on planet Earth.
God.
We're literally a stone's throw from our old apartment. I mean, it was just everything felt magical. It feels so good in this city. Hanging out with good friends, having good convos, and they're going, "How's New York?" And I'm like, "You ever stepped in 9 piles of dog shit in 2 days?"
And then had someone yell at you immediately for stepping in their dog's shit.
You're going, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! That's my shit."
That's not even my dog's shit.
And it's all over your shoes now. Like, I kind of wanted most of that shit.
God, this place used to have some culture. Fucking gentrifier. What? I did notice that you brought Lizzie with you because when I got a phone call at 11:30, which I thought was going to be the are we ready to go? It was I answer, I go, "Hello, Timothy," and it was your sweet fiance Lizzie, who I love to death, and she said, "Hey, it's Lizzie," and I was like, "Uh-oh."
Not good.
And it was loud in the background, so I was like, "Well, that's not a hotel room." and it was just you sent her on a little suicide mission there. That was rude.
No, it wasn't. Here's the sitch, Tom. I said, "Hey, Lizzie, we got to leave," and she said, "Nah, baby wants another drink." And I said, "How about this? Run it by my good friend Tom Brennan."
That Tom Brennan is bad. You can't say Tom Brennan.
How smooth did that come out?
Dude, I saw Jeff in a podcast clip. Someone sent it to me online. It was I just sounded 1,000 years old. Someone sent it to me online
on the internet.
And he told our Waterloo story.
Great story.
Great story. But he goes, I have a friend, Tommy Brennan. It was such a long pause.
It's a hard thing to wrap my head around. And this is like the whole, I don't want to get into the whole pronoun thing. And it's like, but it's tough when this is the way I've known you the entire time I've known you.
Oh, wow. We're really getting into it.
And then it's like, oh, okay, hold on. Let me okay. What's your name now? I can't. It's hard.
Yeah, sorry. I don't know. Some people do well with it. Some people have respect for people, though. So,
God in heaven. Well, that's certainly not. I don't respect myself, Tom.
I've never really been like, yeah, Tim respects me.
I don't even. I hate calling. I'm like, what is my name? Tim, piece of shit. What's my last name? Tim, absolute piece of shit.
No,
you're good Tommy Bren. I did bring you up as the young man, Tom Schnee, at a huge show at Caroline's.
Yeah, that one's on tape. That's
fine. I don't think about that 4 times a day.
That was even before I changed the name. You didn't even say my name at that point.
Didn't even say the right name then. So I'm trying to come through like 9 layers of the wrong name that I call you.
Yeah, this is tough. That's fun.
I mean, my mom refers to you as the young man.
Someone else did that recently, but they said a variation of it, like the one man, I think the one man Tom or something.
I've never once said that.
And I was like, no, it's young man. If anything, it's the one boy. It's
never said that either. I'll say the youngest man of all time.
Youngest man of all time. Yeah, that one's
never
good.
seen somebody younger than this guy right here.
Oh, dude. Where you been this week? How's you got any? You know what I realized? Actually, we brought this up yesterday before we bailed, but we haven't had a good 0 in a while.
Tom. My eyes are peeled.
Man, maybe the world's getting better around us. I
think so. I mean, and here's another thing I'm doing. I got my headphones in, but the volume's down.
Yeah, that's a all-time spy move.
And I'm getting zilch. Everyone is behaving in a way that humans should be behaving, and I hate it. I almost want to just toss a banana peel on the ground and get something going.
Yeah, just stir some stuff up. Well, you know what it is? It's similar to the word getting out about the car crashes and all that being our fault. People don't want to be zeros.
Nobody wants to be a 0. That's true.
I mean, everyone's checking themselves. Like someone's about to scream at a minimum wage employee, and then they're like, Tim or Tom's probably around.
Is that Tim over there? No, Tim. That guy looks way too young to be Tim.
Oh, shit, that must be Tom.
Is that Tom? Fuck. No, Tom's jet setting somewhere. I'm in a piece of shit part of the country. That's got to be Tim.
Dude, piece of shit part of the country. Where do you think I've been the last month? I have been.
Tom would never be a
Yeah. God, I've been in some bleak areas of our country the past week. I went back to this place called Ottawa, Illinois.
Oof.
It's funny. I'm having very mixed feelings about this. This is the second time I've done a one-nighter there in 6 months. This is the second time I've done an hour of material there in 6 months. There's
you blasting new Adam? What do we got?
I've got 4 new minutes since then. And boy, did I throw it at him. And I was like, yeah, how about that? Now sit back and watch some reruns for a bit.
Pretty decent, right? The D's? That's not D's for you?
Fuck. Well, here's the classics that you heard. No, but the first time was such a bad show. Like I got through a lot of premises that never came close to hitting a punchline.
Because people were
And
yelling at you?
oh, just pure chaos. It was like we
Right.
talked about this at one point, but it was like I got flashed by an elderly lady. It was just like this crazy show. And it was fun, but it
Hey,
was
wait, I don't mean
bad.
to interrupt, but can I interrupt?
Yeah.
You got flashed by an elderly woman?
Uh-huh.
How were the bags?
It was in the oldest bra I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, so they were still in the bra.
I didn't. Yeah, still in the bra, but
Oh,
it was
okay.
like
Well, then never mind.
it's that's why they're called brassieres. Was what she was wearing.
Well, I'm just wondering, like, as you age, what do the bags do? Like, are they still like good looking bags, or are they like wrinkly
No, wait. We might have talked about this on the pod once.
old bags?
Well, no, just like if she could then like also show me a picture of what she maybe used to look like when they were in the prime.
Oh, that's right.
I
We
think
did
that
talk
was
about
your
that.
idea. That's kind of a brilliant idea. That like you get flash, and I'm like, awesome because you're close to 80, which I appreciate you being here. That's tight, but also, not the greatest. But then she's like, yeah, but look at what they
Yeah, but
used to be.
look at this shit.
And I'm like, well, those are the same. Interesting.
Yeah. Okay, so I would definitely have sucked them in 1973.
I guess I just saw some top tier bags.
Guess I'll suck them in 2020. What is it about a bag that you just want to suck? That's a real human thing where it's like, that's how we're like brought up to be alive. It's like, that's how we got nutrients as a kid. And then you just never lose that urge.
Yeah.
Why do you want to suck a bag? What is that?
It is the grossest way to put it, but it's maybe not. There's probably
But
worse.
like you see a bag, your immediate instinct is like, I would like to suck
I think
on that.
I think you answered the question.
I know, but like, isn't that such a bizarre thing of like how human beings are? We're just truly animals. It's just like, oh, I remember getting nutrients from this as a kid. So now that I see them as an adult, I would just like to, I'm getting nothing from it now, but I would like to suck on it. What is that?
It's got to be some sort of human nature thing. We are animals. And like most animals, I don't know, we got smarter at other stuff, but like that's the kind of shit that like we should eventually go extinct because we still have that dumb animal inside of us.
Like we're kind of a truly failed experiment.
Yeah, we were like supposed to be the smartest ones, but like, yeah, you could still. We're talking about sucking on bags still,
and like really, it's a thing you cannot not want to do.
No,
you see a bag and you're like,
everyone wants to.
Man.
I think if you're a gay, straight, lady, dude, anything in between.
I think we've discussed this. Bags are universally loved by all genders, all heterosexuals, homosexual. Everybody loves a bag.
Yeah.
Not everybody loves a dick. Not everybody loves a vagina. Everybody loves a bag.
There's two. Yeah. People love bags and everybody loves
Raymond.
Yes. That's the only thing that came to my mind. I was trying to think of something else. There's two universal truths. Everyone loves boobs and everyone loves Raymond. Everybody.
Isn't that bizarre though? Like we are a truly failed experiment.
I hope we get some messages that are like, hey, actually, I don't like
no
bags.
Here's the thing. Like people like to claim like, ooh, I'm an ass guy, I'm not really a boob guy.
I never believe
if you put a big set right in front of a guy that says he's an ass guy, he's sucking on the bags immediately. You can't not, Tom. This is nonsense, poopy pants. I don't know. I disagree with it wholeheartedly.
With this lady who flashed me in Ottawa, Illinois, I didn't. I resisted that animalistic urge that I had that day from stage because that would have been.
Yeah, but she was 103 years old.
Yeah, she was great, and I thought I was going to see her again this past week, and she didn't show.
She knew you weren't doing anything new.
She knew. She was like, "I'll wait. You come back in another 6 months. I'll give you a full calendar year. I know you're on the Louis schedule of writing. You'll have a new hour."
Yeah, she's like 6 months. He's not turning over new that quickly. I'm sorry, or at least quality new. There's no way.
God, no, I'm not. You're absolutely right. But I did this show, and the realization that I had. So the second show. So then I brought a couple hitters with me. Brought Jeff Brumfield and John Gasper, and they did great.
Two
and
home run
it
hitters
wasn't
right there.
too chaotic yet. It was starting to get a little. They were getting a little drinky towards the end of John's set. They were a little chatty, but it was going well. And then I got up there and I'm like rehashing crowd work that I did last time. Like I saw the first person I saw when I got on stage is this lady who like interrupted the show last time to say she was running for city council. And I was like, "Oh, did you win?" And she's like, "Yeah." And everyone goes crazy. And I'm like, and then we, it just starts on that note. And I probably did a solid 30 in the middle. And then the rest of it was pure chaos. And it was so much fun. And like afterwards, they loved us. We partied. It was just like a great time. And I driving back the next day, I was like, I don't know that I've shown this town has had stand up 2 times. And both times it was me. Both times it was a chaotic show. And I'm like, I don't know if I've shown this town what stand up is at all.
Right.
They have an odd understanding. They're like, so yeah, stand up is like when this guy comes and he like learns a lot about our personal lives. And then he kind of manipulates us for each other's amusement. Like
he definitely did Google our town and the surrounding towns, and he did pit us against each other. I would say several times throughout his
pretty
set.
well. We got pretty angry about sending our homeless people over to Manasquan or whatever the town down the street was. They were like, but it's fun going back to these towns where you've been a couple times. You have like personal info on people.
Well, here's the thing, Tom. I don't think it's your obligation to fully introduce them to stand-up comedy if they're that brand new to it. I think you're doing the Lord's work. I think you're slowly getting them to the point where they're going to show up and listen to material, understand that you're in charge. I think it's a slow march, and I think you're leading them towards the promised land. I would say you're doing good work there, Tom.
Well, thanks. I am the foot soldiers in the Midwest, in all the towns you'd never heard of. I'm out there and I'm spreading the word. I'm like a Mormon.
I think you're doing great. You're knocking on people's doors and going, "Hey,
what do you do for
stand-up comedy?"
Hey, how'd you two meet? A door-to-door crowd work guy. Hey, quick question. Are you on any of the dating apps? And he's like, what are you pitching? Ah, nothing. I'm just trying to get a clip.
Oh, door-to-door crowd work guy.
That's kind of a fun character. I might do that.
That's incredibly funny. I hate to be the guy that says that's a sketch, but Tom, that might be a sketch.
Could be a real thing. It could be we could do it as a reality thing.
Oh, you guys been together? You guys fucking or
you guys banging? Oh, she's your daughter? Oh shit.
Oh my fucking God, that's really, really funny. But look, these people, you can't, because I think if you go all the way into stand-up, you can't force feed them.
Well, no, because then it's just like a bad show, and then you have a
it's
bad
just boring.
Time.
Yeah,
well, and like
boring.
We would have had a bad time, the comics. Like if we just like tried to force it as like a listen to us talk about bags, and then
hey, listen to us talk about us.
Yeah. It's not fun. They're like, we dedicated a whole night to this. I'm gonna do anal for the first time with my wife.
Hey, you guys really put on a great show tonight. I mean, these people have nothing to do.
An incredible line said right to your face.
I think about it 4 times a day. It was the funniest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. Tomas.
Yeah.
Hey, these people, nothing.
You guys are doing great. If they had literally anywhere else to be, they would not.
One other choice, they would have chosen it, but they don't have it. So
also, it was like 2 sold out shows. It was like,
thanks for flying in, idiot. There was a moment on stage in Brainerd where I was like, I flew in for this.
Yeah, I thought that a couple times too. I was like, Tim flew in for this.
Tim flew in.
I was like, I'm at least kind of from here. I can at least blame that. I also flew in for it, but
I will, actually not in Brainerd. I kind of cooked in Brainerd, but there were some times where I was like, oh, okay, interesting. But then
Duluth was rough.
Duluth got wild, but then I remembered, hey, wait, hold the phone here. Having a fun time with my friends.
Yeah, we got to do the fun little friend ones.
Hey, Tom. Sometimes you're allowed to have a little fun with your friends.
Sometimes that's encouraged even.
Damn, dude. What do you think about that?
I've never really batted an eye at having fun with my friends.
Having a little fun with your friends? Neither have
Yeah.
I. Never will either.
No. Tonight you did. You had to because we had to do the pod. So you kind of batted a couple eyes.
God,
Like,
I really
I'm
did.
having some fun with friends, and then I got to go have fun with my other friend Tom later.
Here's the thing. This is kind of a lifesaver because this was one of those nights where I would have stayed out until 7 a.m. Sunday morning.
Right. Yeah. Missed the weekend.
Missed the entire weekend in Madison, just having a great time. It was just everything about it was fun. Everybody was having a loosey-goosey time.
We got this Midwest weather, the late summer Midwest weather too.
Brother, it's like 67.
Yeah, can you beat that?
It feels so fucking good. So Lizzie and I are staying in the hotel that we stayed in the first time we ever visited Chicago, before I even did stand-up.
Damn, that's romantic as hell. And you're doing a podcast. Right? And you're doing a podcast in there.
She's laying in bed right now and she's not thrilled.
Yeah, this is not a cute look. We should do a short one.
No, we're going for 3 hours. But we got the same hotel.
I mean, can we just this pitch is hilarious. You're like, Liz, you got to come back to Chicago with me. Guess what hotel I got? What's it called?
Well, it was the Wyndham. Now it's the Royal Sonesta.
Dude, I stayed in there last week.
Let's go.
Oh, that's so weird. That's where I had the dickhead valet guy.
Oh, what a cunt.
Oh, yeah. I know exactly.
I kneecapped one guy.
Oh, thank you. Can you go down? Yeah, there's a guy, he's got like slicked back hair. He's kind of short, but he acts like
absolutely hit him with a 9-iron.
Oh, thank you. Perfect. I was going to do that on my way through after Sheboygan this weekend. Well, that's awesome. Yeah, you're in that hotel. You're like, babe, I booked the Royal Sonesta. It's where we stayed. We're even gonna maybe try to get the same room. And best part, I'm gonna do the pod with Tom at about midnight.
There's one small detail you're not gonna be thrilled with. And I will be ripping a pod when we should be making love.
Is this still of interest to you?
Wait, what is the line I'm looking for?
Is that good? Would that be
Is
good
that good for you? What a fun and sexy time for you.
Oh my God, that's so funny. And guess what? Tom's also crashing in our room on Friday.
Oh, that's right. I don't think Lizzie, Tom is sleeping in our room on Friday.
I keep thinking
in Madison.
Oh, she's right there. Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah, she says it's fine.
That's huge.
Yeah, because it was happening.
Yeah, I was like, well, that's big because otherwise it's my car in the parking lot. And boy, would I make you guys feel bad about that.
And that would have been a goofy look.
All right, see you guys. And I just drop you off and then pop the seat back.
She's like, why does he have...
And we're back. I just had to edit a part out where Tim made fun of some people for no reason. It's not like I do it all the time when we're not recording.
Couple of technical difficulties there.
Anyways, wait. I got some fun stuff. Because I've been hanging in Minnesota. Do you have nieces and nephews?
I have 2. Yeah.
You like being an uncle?
Sure.
I kind of love it. It's kind of the best because like I don't know. It's you get like any parent who hears this is gonna be like no, but I think you get like a small inkling of the feeling of being a parent, when like not just like when you're watching them, but I noticed it was my nephew's 3rd birthday and they got a bounce house in their backyard and they invited over some family friends. They have some kids and like they're bouncing around. Their kids are a little older, a little bigger, a little more aggressive in the bounce house, and I'm like a little worried,
Sure.
Kind of like watching my nephew in there kind of trying to hang. And then my nephew gets kind of clocked by one of the kids. It gets knocked down. And I wanted to grab the kid and be like, oh, do you want to fucking die right now?
Oh, is this what we're doing right now?
Do you want to die? Do you want
You're trying to get bullied by somebody
right
much
now?
larger than you.
Yeah. Because
you ever been thrown 30 yards?
Yeah. See that fence? It's about 10 feet high. I'm going to hang you by your pants on the fence and make everyone throw shit at you all day. You piece of shit. But I had to I get the crazy sport parents
Absolutely, yeah.
That was the feeling that I had. Like, when they go down, it's like, oh, come on. And then the people on the sidelines, everyone's like, Jesus Christ, it's Mrs. Johnson again. She's insane.
But I mean, aren't you supposed
felt
to
that rage?
Aren't you supposed to let them get hit and bullied a little bit? Yes.
Like, I think that
and
was
let them figure out their own emotions. Let them figure out how to deal with that.
Well, yeah, like none of the real parents stepped in because
no,
they
I know,
are
but like
good
you
parents.
You can't be like, hey, you fucking. You just have to be like, yeah, you're kind of getting tossed right now.
Yeah, you're not gonna explain how like, hey, you know how you're 6 and he's 3, you're bigger than him, but eventually you guys will be able to roughhouse a little bit more. But right now, no, it's like, yeah, you just gotta.
So
let
here's the thing: look at
out.
your dad and look at his dad. So like when puberty hits, you're gonna stop growing, but he's gonna keep growing, and he's gonna beat the shit out of you. And is that something you want right now, dude?
Is that good for you?
Like, I'm at a birthday party. I don't know. I'm covered.
I literally just stopped shitting my pants like last year.
Covered in icing. I don't know. But it's like that's the hard. I think that's like the most the hardest thing about being a parent in my little my zero experience of being one.
Yeah, we should talk about it, though. We're good at talking about stuff we have no experience in.
Allowing your kid to to experience the shit they need to without the protective.
Yeah, you can't be the what do they call
you want to put around them?
What do they call not a hover parent, like a
micromanager.
Sure, yeah, that's what it is. But yeah,
same thing.
I saw the parent of like the bigger kids be like at one point like, hey, let's give them some time in the bounce house, like play it a little, because he saw it happen too, but he didn't step in and be like, hey, what the fuck was that?
Is that? Yeah.
But
I think it's good. I think it's good.
Oh, it's for sure the right move. But I felt that like protective, like that's my fucking boy right there, dude.
Yeah, I'll kill you.
Yeah, I will straight up kill you.
Which is crazy. Like 200 years ago, you would have probably killed that child. Yeah. And nobody would have really batted an eye.
I'm like, now we have to duel, me and you.
Yeah, you would have just killed a kid. Yeah. That's so wild. Because like our instinct is to murder that.
Oh kid. Yeah, I was so mad. I was so angry.
And then you have to be like, oh no, I can't. It's like the Louis joke where it's like like the laws against murder are there for a reason, because if they weren't there, we would be murdering everybody.
Yeah. Every zero of the week I've ever brought up.
Like, I mean, think about that. If you saw your little nephew get shoved over, you would just drown that kid. Yeah. And you'd be like, don't ever touch my fucking family again, dude. But you can't do it.
Happy birthday also.
Yeah, you're just holding a kid's head under a tub. You're like, hey, man, yeah, blow the candles out.
Yeah, but I'll be right over.
This kid's never going to touch you again, bro.
Cut me a slice.
It's like key lime pie? Give me a little of that key lime. Yeah, this kid's almost out of oxygen. He'll be fine.
Yeah. So
I don't know.
Yeah, I should be a parent, I think, is what I learned.
I don't know. I think we've talked about this. I don't know if I got anything to teach a kid.
I don't know that you need to. Our parents didn't know what they were doing.
Yeah, I know, but like, I don't know. Our parents grew up. They're boomers. I think boomers had it way more difficult than we did.
We could come on. Oh, for sure. But we could teach our kids some stuff. We could teach our kids how to podcast.
I know. I'm like, hey, the only thing I would teach is like, look, click here, and then you just share the mesh, and then the other guy it kind of appears on the internet after
and that. Then you just have someone who kind of does the rest of it, and then
it's somehow, and then you'll just Venmo them like, I don't know, $60 every once in a while, and it just stays on the internet.
Yeah, you might be right. Yeah, you might not have anything to teach a kid.
Tom.
Oh boy.
Tom, you know what I was thinking about the other day?
What were you thinking about, Tim?
After our little little lake weekend
trip. Yeah.
It's interesting how like tribes of people work. Like your entire tribe of people understand lake culture.
Yeah, we're lake people.
Every single person understands how to drive a boat, dock a boat, when to cut the engine to let the boat kind of glide in. When somebody's done water skiing, they kind of just glide in and they They crawl themselves out of the lake, and then they run around on the dock, and they come help the boat get into the dock. It's all of these like unspoken rules that everyone knows how to abide by because they're lake people.
Well, we learn. It's not like it's like deep in my bones. It's like we've learned that as kids.
No, but that means it is deep in your bones.
Well, now it was, but at one point it was shallow in my bones.
Yeah, no, but then everyone knows how to interact on the lake, behave on the lake, what needs to happen. Like, it blew my mind. Your aunt, she was jet skiing, and she got brought in.
No, water skiing.
Water skiing, and she was done. And then she kind of swims up on a thing, and then she immediately gets out, runs onto the dock. Your uncle's, bringing the thing in, and she runs it and grabs it and brings him right into where he needs to go. It's like everyone's on the same team.
Yeah.
Lake people, it's a different thing.
Well, it's like, you're at home in a swamp in Louisiana. You know that culture.
Yeah, it's like, when the alligator comes out, we all know you grab a big pan and you hit it on the head.
You don't jump on the back? I always thought you jump on the back. You go
no,
the head?
Absolutely not. You hit it right on the head.
Jump on the back. That's kind of our Fargo situation. Everyone thinks you jump on the back. That's just cultural appropriation.
You just get a big fucking pan and you smack it right on the head.
And what do you say?
And then you go, you don't get. Now you gonna get now.
Now you gonna get that out of the here.
You gonna get now. You don't want nothing. You get.
It's mostly get.
But it was just it's an entire ecosystem of lake people all understanding how to behave and how to react. It was a very interesting thing to watch.
It was beautiful. I wish I knew how to teach you guys how to catch fish better, because that I really take a personal blame. I've been losing sleep for a week over it.
Well, yeah, I mean, you took us out at the worst time, and you brought us into the wrong holes. And, it was great.
Yeah,
I appreciated that. I mean, I was absolutely tossing out 10 out of 10 casts every time, and I was getting zilch.
Dude, I didn't even tell you guys this. After you guys left, after we all left that day, my dad just texted me. He goes, "Caught 4 bass this morning and 2 off the dock too." Just to rub it in. I mean, what an asshole move.
Well, I'm wondering this, Dr. Nick, were any photos involved?
Never saw a pic. I saw 2 pictures, actually. That was a full lie.
Fuck.
I thought I almost convinced myself for a second that I never saw a picture.
Damn it.
But I
Dr.
did
Nick,
see.
absolutely turning in heat.
Yeah, he caught one big pike that was the size of my 3-year-old nephew, and I got a picture of that.
Well, he's a classic lake guy. If he's not out there turning out numbers, is he a lake guy?
He's better than me, okay? I get it, Tim.
He is.
I get it. He's a better lake guy.
The boy absolutely turned in some fried fish, too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we did a fish fry. That part is not so dissimilar than Louisiana
that's very
culture.
Similar. Very similar. And those were, what were those? Pike? Carp?
Walleye.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ever get that fucked up again, dude.
I'm just naming fish.
Wait, I have a potential 0 because we haven't done a 0 in a while.
Lay it on me, Tom.
But I can't tell if this is me searching for zeros and this is just a idiot or if this is a real 0. So,
well, Tom, let me tell you. Here's the beauty of you telling me. I'm gonna tell you exactly what's going on with this guy.
Okay, beautiful. So I'm crashing with a friend in Chicago, where you are now. Look at that. Look at us trading places, and I want to get a little thank you. And my friend's wife is pregnant, so I text my sister. I go, "All right, you've been pregnant a bunch of times, twice." I'm like, "What would you want if you're like as a thank you?" She's like, "Pedicure. Get a pedicure." I'm like, "Beautiful." So I'm gonna go get little spa gift card. I walk on over to a place near their house, getting a gift card, and the lady at the front desk, her like boyfriend is like, I want to say boyfriend. He could be a husband, but he just had the energy of a boyfriend. He's at work with her, and he's just kind of hanging out behind her.
Like not working.
Definitely not working.
Yeah.
He's got headphones in, and he kind of like takes the headphones out. And she's like,
but he does have some sense of like superiority there.
Yeah, he's kind of like looking over her shoulder. He's kind of looking at me, but like, kind of an
This is
idiot.
This is an unemployed boyfriend.
Yes, because this is like 2P.
Yeah.
And she goes, so she's like, what's it, what are you getting the gift card for? And I'm like, oh, it's just like a thank you to a friend. She's pregnant, so I don't know why I'm telling her all these details, but I'm like, yeah, so I asked my sister, like, what would be I gave her the whole thing. I don't know why. I'm just talking. And she goes, oh yeah. And he chimes in, he takes the headphones out, he goes, yeah, I wouldn't know what to get either, like a lady. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, this is a real line that he said to me. He goes, yeah, if it's not a fast car or a machine gun, I don't really have an opinion. And I was like, hey, buddy, we don't have to justify that we're two dudes in a spa, in a nail salon right now. Like, it was clearly what he was trying to do.
Wait, what was it? Fast
He goes,
car
yeah,
or
if
a
it's not,
machine
I wrote it down
gun?
immediately. He goes, yeah, if it's not a fast car or machine gun, I don't really have an opinion on it.
I would love to know what his opinion is on machine guns.
I think he meant like he would know what one to buy, maybe, or
boy, these things are cranking out bullets pretty fast, dude.
But also, you know how car aficionados always talk. They always say fast cars.
yeah, that's a guy that really knows a car.
Well, I know fast ones.
Also, machine guns.
It was like he came up with like two manly things to try to say.
Boy, if it isn't red meat and pussy, I don't really know what I'm talking about.
But between us, what's the difference?
Hey, but who knows what they're doing?
I mean, this guy stunk.
Hey man, I'm just trying to get a gift card. I don't know.
I was making nice small talk with your girlfriend because she seemed very nice and seemed genuinely interested, and
Okay, so what was there? Okay, so here's a good cue. The girl that you were talking to was his girlfriend, correct?
She did not even bat an eye at him.
Yeah, she hates this guy.
She hates him. I was gonna say almost the same thing. Like, it was so muted to her.
He has said this kind of dog shit in front of people that she cares about so many times. She just knows to keep it moving.
She's like, don't engage, because then he's gonna be like, right, babe?
And he's gonna go, Z28 Camaro, right, babe?
Yeah.
Fucking 8-cylinder engine with
God
Z29 exhaust, babe.
He has like an obnoxious sound system in an old car.
In a really old car. And it's probably like an 89 Mustang. It's not even like one of the cool cars. It's like a shit Mustang.
Yeah.
But it's got a soft top.
And it's for sure a soft top.
It's a soft top.
It's in Chicago, and he's dropping her off at work in the middle of a Chicago winter. She's freezing the whole ride. She hates this guy.
But he's trying to convince her it's because it's cool, but it's because he hasn't got a soft top fixed. Like it broke a long time ago.
Yeah, and he's like, babe, you gotta go top down.
Yeah, he dropped his vape in it a long time ago, and it fucked up the gears, and he can't get it back up. And he's like, whatever, babe. Like, come on. This is sick as hell. It's like half up.
He's trying to yank the soft top up. His neighbors walk out, and he's like, fast cars and machine guns. Am I right, dude?
Am I right, guys? Come on. Hey, babe, crank that Ace of Base. And she's like, that's not even like a cool guy band, dude.
He's just like blasting ska music.
Tom, look, I have my shortcomings. I know you have your shortcomings. Aren't you happy you're not one of those guys?
Yes.
Look, I know I have my shortcomings. I know I can behave in a way that's regrettable. I can say things that are poo. I know, but at least I'm not that guy.
You're not that guy. It was a really tough energy. I mean, it was making me giggle instantly because I was just like, dude.
God, can we?
I mean, all I threw at him in the moment was, yeah. And then I just let him sit in the bomb, because you do have to just let them sit in the bomb.
Yeah, but they never consider it. They never think about it.
I don't know. He just kind of kept shuffling around, threw the headphones back in.
How about this? Thinking about saying things that are just poo.
Yeah.
So we're at the show in Brainerd, Minnesota.
Yep. Yeah.
Before the show, you and I are sitting at a table together. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I think so.
Hold on, I want you to tell me.
Wait, maybe not.
It's a poo move that I did.
Oh no, I don't.
So we're sitting there at the table, and I go, "What kind of beer is that, Tom?" And you're like, "Oh, it's a blah blah blah." And I was like, "Oh, I've never seen that kind of beer." And you go, "You want a sip?" And I go, "I'm sure it tastes like beer."
Yeah, what the fuck was that, dude?
And you were like, "All right." And then I went back into my notebook.
It was
and like 30 minutes later, I was like, "What the fuck was that?"
I was like, I don't know. Tim seemed curious about this beer, and he wasn't. He was. He didn't give a shit. Honestly, he just kind of set me up to dunk on me. Oh shit, dude, your burger looks really good. Oh yeah, you want to try it? No, I'm sure it tastes like any other fucking burger.
Yeah,
Anyways,
I'm sure it's just a fucking burger, dude.
What's going on?
Oh, all right.
I forgot about that. Thank you for reminding me about that. I'll add
man,
that
I gotta
to
toss
the
this.
list.
I gotta toss a zero of the week at myself for that one.
No, I think zero has to go at machine guns and fast cars.
Yeah. Well, that's just a classic loser.
I know that's the thing. It's like it's not even really quite zero. It's loser.
Yeah, it's not zero. I would say my behavior was zero behavior. That guy, that's just who he is.
All right, that's fair.
Oh, what kind of beer you got there, Tom? Oh, it's this thing of it's nice. I've never heard of that. Cool, man. You want a sip? No, I'm sure it's every other beer. Oh, okay.
All right. Well, yeah, I didn't want to share it anyways. I was coming down with a cold.
Just have a sugar packet or two. What a move by me.
Oh,
I mean,
God.
sometimes things come out of my goddamn mouth and I'm like, well, hated that.
Yeah, I feel that way a lot about you also.
Tom.
Yeah, we're having fun. Come on. I know I do that all the time. I have moments. I wrote this in my notes pad last night. I woke up and I had written down, you ever feel like you're proving Darwinism wrong? And it was because I'll tell you why.
This rules already.
Yeah, I was camping. I went spontaneously camping yesterday with my little sister number 5. Shout out. Love it. She's hero of the week, honestly, because we were like, let's go camping, and she was like 40s. It was like in a sitcom where I was like, do we have all the stuff? And she like went into her room and walked out with a full backpack and was like, we're ready to go. It was awesome. It was a full like movie moment. And we go. And I slept in a hammock under the stars last night. And I go, well, why don't it's going to get a little chilly. You look very distracted right now. Is the Trump Tower naked behind you?
Yeah, Donald Trump's penis and butthole are right in front of me.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. That's a president.
The butthole is somehow bigger than the penis. It's wild.
I've heard it's girthy. Anyways, I'm last night we're camping. I'm sleeping in a hammock. Kind of wild, kind of fun. 40.
Damn, dude, what's it like to have two trees that close together?
Shout out Nate Bargatze, friend of the pod.
Give him a shout. He's doing all right.
But I'm like, let me put on 2 pairs of socks because it's getting a little chilly. I don't want my toes getting cold. So I'm laying in my hammock and I'm falling asleep, and I go, God, my left foot is like losing circulation. I go to check. I put 3 socks on one foot, one on the other. And it's moments like this where I think I should not have made it as far as I have.
You're like, I'm kind of pumped I'm still alive.
This is big. 29 is a long time for this brain to have made it through.
3 on 1.
3 on 1.
1 on the other.
Yeah.
I mean, so that third sock you must have really been yanking on, right?
No idea how I didn't notice that. I was
tuned up.
Zero booze was pretty high.
Okay. All right. I'm like, there's no way this was normal Tom.
Here's a thing that I tried for the first time yesterday. I had like a 10 milligram like weed drink.
Ooh.
Have you had like a weed drink yet?
I have another weed drink, but 10 millis, that'll put me on Mars.
Well, so I drank it over like several hours.
Oh, okay.
And it's nicer because you don't have the classic edible thing of like 1 second you're not high and then the next you can't remember your name.
Right.
And you're just thinking about bags and how from an early age you're taught to love bags and how you got to suck on them.
Boy, I'd love to suck a bag right now.
That's always where I go, right when I'm on an edible. But anyway, I try one of these things where I drink it over a long time. Turns out by the end you are still consuming 10 milligrams of weed, so you are still then high enough to put 3 socks on one foot. Is my message.
3 socks on one foot is kind of hilarious.
It was it gave me a giggle, and then I just wrote down, yeah, I'm proving Darwin wrong. And then I went to sleep. That's how I went to bed last night.
Genius and bedtime.
Shouldn't be alive. Bedtime.
Good night. Tom, where are we at?
We can wrap. We're almost at an hour. We can give them 5 minutes short. I know.
Yeah, these fucks.
We have to edit out a bunch of stuff that you said, so it'll be like 8 minutes episode. But
Tom, how's my hair look? Am I going bald?
No, gray, super gray.
I mean, I know that.
It's not balding. Do you think you're balding?
I think I've been balding every day for the past 15 years.
Are you seeing hair on your pillow and on your shirt?
I mean, not really.
Then you're fine. Find something else to hate about yourself, dude.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Oh, what a chipper.
Am I fat? Am I an idiot? What's wrong? Tell me something.
Yeah, you can find let's focus on the graying. I think we dye your hair.
I will never, ever dye my hair.
What if I pay you what if I give you all of the money in my bank account? What if I give you $430?
Well, I was about to say, what am I going to do with $313, Tom? There is nothing more embarrassing than a man that dyes his hair.
Sometimes the ones you don't notice, they did it well.
Yeah, but you always notice.
No, I think there's people that we haven't noticed.
Yeah, but they're usually like movie stars, and they pay the top tier. Most of the men that dye their hair, they do it right out of a box, and they look insane.
Well, because it's one day to the next.
It's like, oh, all your hair's it's jet black now.
Perfect. Smooth
You're a
sailing.
jet black hair guy now. Sick.
You were starting to gray,
you.
but it looks like your hair naturally made a comeback.
Interesting, because like it's never been known to reverse, but somehow for you it looks completely natural and cool.
No notes, man. You look great.
I can't do it. I'll never do it. That's just not a treadmill I'm willing to get on, Tom.
Yeah. All right. Well, the gray looks fine, dude. You're not balding. You're gonna be fine. We can wrap this. What a weird note to end on. It's like, hey, everyone, just tell Tim he's got other stuff to worry about.
It's like, hey, buddy, focus on your 10. Maybe not on your hairline.
Let's tighten that thing up, man.
Jesus Christ. Okay, come out to Madison, Wisconsin. Fucking comedy on state. We're gonna have a great time.
Yes, Iowa tonight, Madison with the boys tomorrow night. That's gonna be fun. I'm gonna be there.
Yes.
And then if you're in LA, we've got Red Show, Blue Show. What? Secret Life. What was that? Oh God.
Saturday morning is gonna hurt.
No, we can't go that crazy. I have a wedding, so we got to keep it in the pocket.
Okay.
I'm keeping it in the pocket. We'll just watch.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna be at Paul's begging them to stay open past 3. And
All right, brother.
I'm in the pocket.
I'm in the fucking pocket, bitch.
All right, you guys. We love you. Thanks for listening. Sorry it's late. Bye.
He married my sister, now we're living together. We're roommates in